Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, wherever you may currently be in the world. I hope you're all safe and well in what is truly a difficult and challenging global situation for all of us. My name is Ross Allen and I'm the Group Sustainability Director and Director of Dulwich Operations. Welcome to my Earth Day Sustainability Podcast. As we approach the 50th anniversary of Earth Day on April the 22nd, I wanted to reflect a little on the current global circumstances and talk a little bit about why the environment and sustainability are so important to me, but also to the whole of the Dulwich family, including its sister schools in Dulwich. Above all, I want to share with you why I believe connecting meaningfully with the environment is so fundamentally related to our own well-being. First of all, I want to share a small story about my own connection to and love of nature and how it relates to my own well-being. Like many of you, I'm sure, I've found the last few weeks and months pretty stressful as my family and I have tried to balance staying safe and staying at home, but also getting on with work and study. As I was thinking about that, I thought of, what I guess I term my calm place, something that I've shared previously with friends across the Dulwich and Dulwich family. What do I mean by that? Well, I guess we've all got some memories deep within us, probably from childhood. Those places or that place that you remember, if we just close our eyes for a few minutes and think of where we've been truly calm and happy. I can picture mine right now, even as I speak. I'm in Scotland, in a village where I now live and where my family holidayed every year. I'm on a grassy bank leading down to the beach on the shore of the beautiful but freezing cold North Sea. It's spring and I can feel the grass underneath me. There are lots of seagulls around, I hear the birds, I smell the grass. I'm with my family, mum, dad, and my brother. I feel relaxed, happy, and completely connected to my family, but also to nature. As I've shared that experience with others and asked them for their own sort of calm places, friends have shared their own memories. What struck me is every one of them is being about connected to nature, and all with family or with friends, all during childhood. Instinctively, I think that we all know that being outside connected to nature is good for us, which is probably at least part of the reason why being inside for such long periods of time as we are at the moment makes us all feel a little bit more stressed and anxious. But over the last 10 years or so, the research has started to catch up with what we already knew and sensed. Getting outside and being connected to nature is good for our well-being. I understand that well-being is a broad term, so let me give you just a few examples of what I'm talking about. And if you want to learn more, search on the internet for well-being and nature and you'll find lots of really high-quality research-based articles. So the first part, I guess, is the psychological well-being. Being outside connected to nature improves our mood, reduces anxiety, and makes anger and bad moods dissipate as quickly as they came. It also improves our cognitive ability. It increases attention, and in our children, it leads to better academic and learning outcomes. It absolutely improves behaviour. And it also leads to improved physiological benefits, lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which is why we're calmer, lower blood pressure, and it leads to faster healing. If you want to read more about that, read about the impact on hospital wards facing green spaces versus those that are not. Really, really interesting research. But why am I talking about this in relation to Earth Day? Because we in the Dulwich and Dulwich family understand that the health of the planet is inextricably linked to our own health and well-being. Sustainability is part of the Dulwich difference, and it's one of the three central pillars of our Dulwich and Dulwich pledges, which you can read about online by searching for Dulwich and sustainability. That pillar speaks to the importance of designing not just playgrounds for our students, but natural outdoor learning environments that act to provide habitats for wildlife and places for students to connect with nature. Remember those benefits I mentioned about better behaviour, learning outcomes, physiological benefits? Why wouldn't we do this for our children? It also speaks to good nutrition, which again is not only linked to our students' well-being, but also to the health of the planet. Healthy planet equals healthy humans, of course. Search for and read the LET Lancelot report, LET Lancelot report. if you'd like to learn more about the benefits of increasing the amount of plant-based foods in your diet. And as I looked recently at some of the photographs of our school campuses, I was just struck by how beautiful they are at this time of the year, as the flowers bloom and the birds and the butterflies take advantage of the plentiful supply of food. I thought how those beautiful places were acting as habitats for a whole range of fauna and flora. And I hope our students will soon get to experience the pure joy I've seen previously in their faces as they reconnect with nature and explore the amazing natural science lesson that they're lucky enough to experience every day. Those photographs and memories made me think of a source of inspiration for awakening my own interest in the importance of connecting our students with nature. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend that you read a book by Richard Louv called Last Child in the Woods. In it, Richard writes of the growing disconnect between our children and nature and calls upon us to pay attention to what he calls nature deficit disorder, which happens to all of us when we don't connect with nature. One thing he points out is the importance of children being connected to nature at an early age if they're going to go on to truly value the environment. That's one of the key reasons we promote natural learning environments and the integration of sustainability into the curriculum, which is the second of our Dulwich and Duhong sustainability pledges. If we want to help grow the next generation of not only environmental leaders, but also the next generation of environmentally responsible global citizens, business leaders, government officials, and of course mums and dads who take care of the environment, then we have to start early. That's why we in Dulwich and Duhong are trying to do that, and why Earth Day for us is another important opportunity to commit to helping the natural environment, not only for its benefit, but for the benefit of our and our children's well-being. As I woke up this morning and thought about Earth Day, and I was thinking how I would try to encourage some more people to support it and make a commitment to doing more for the planet. So I went for my daily walk, which is still allowed where I live despite the global COVID-19 situation. Having walked the dog through the forest and having the largest, most beautiful dragonfly crash into me, don't worry, it was fine, I was a little bit bruised. I came back home for some breakfast, and literally as if by magic, 2 squirrels appeared right in front of the window outside the kitchen, followed by a woodpecker and then some other beautiful birds, all eating in harmony around a tree while we watched for 20 minutes. We were utterly captivated. As I watched, I thought of the research I'd read about in terms of the benefits of being connected to nature, and promised that I was going to do more for the planet for the benefit of our students. Surely we all owe them that, don't we? Even if the moment we can't get out as often as we used to. COVID-19 situation will pass, and we all have a huge opportunity to rebalance our relationship with the planet using Earth Day as the catalyst. I really encourage everyone to think about those calm and happy places we all have deep within us from our childhood, and use them to commit to doing all that we can to leaving a planet that is healthy for our children and grandchildren to inherit. Now that really would be an enormous legacy to be proud of. Please take care, everyone, and I look forward to hearing about your commitments for the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, which is on the 22nd of April. Above all, please look after your health and do everything you can to support your own well-being and that of your family.